Hi, I'm Katie with Modern Textiles, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quilted Christmas stocking. So I already have gone ahead and pre-quilted a panel. I just used an orange peel on my long arm, and my fabrics are actually going to be from this red one is from Moda. It's called Cozy Wonderland by Stephanie Slowinski. And then this back one, which I love dogs, we got a couple of dogs here at our house, is by Cotton & Steel called Dapper Dogs. So just super cute. This is going to be my lining, and this is going to be the exterior. And then I just have some Cotton & Steel basics for the cuff, which I've already straight line quilted. As well as the only other thing we need is going to be for our tab to be able to hang the stockings. This pattern includes all the instructions for, you've got your gnome, little Christmas tree or a tree, your snowflake, and it also includes for a whole cloth stocking, which actually written out in the instructions is going to be for just straight cloth as well as a lining, so you don't need to quilt it. But I decided to change it up a little bit for this tutorial, and I decided to pre-quilt my panel, and then that way I'll show you how we'll assemble it with a French seam, which if you followed for our pillowcase tutorial, I showed you French seams before. And then we'll still have that quilted cuff on the outside. I think this is going to be a cute combo for having the green cuff with the red fabric on the outside. And then once again, having our tab already created, which I'll show you. This is actually, if you follow the instruction dimensions, I just folded it in half once and I pressed it. And then I went ahead and folded it again, pressed, and now I did a final fold, refold on that original fold, press, and so we got a 1/2 inch width. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick straight line stitch here, as well as I've got my stocking template here, and I'm going to cut out 2 of these for the stocking out of my quilted panel here. All right, now that I have my stocking pieces cut out, just be sure, take note, you want to make sure you cut one stocking panel each way. So that way you have a reverse image, and that way when we sew them together, you've got the same main fabric on the outside. I do want to point out a nice tip is I know that there is pattern weights out there you can buy, but a cheaper option is just getting massive washers from your hardware store. I think these were less than $1 a piece, and then that way they can just hold that pattern down really nice for you while you go ahead and cut, trace, whatever you want to do, and go from there. All right, so the next step is that I'm going to go ahead and place these stocking pieces right sides together, and then I'm going to clip them in place. Start up at the top here. Actually, I'm going to start at the toe, because it's easier to go ahead and trim the top if necessary at all, in case your pattern shifted. Alright, I'm just going to check to see if there's any sides, any of the fabric kind of folding back. If you'd like, you could easily just baste around each of your panel pieces or your stocking pieces just to ensure that you don't have any, like this one, have any fabric flipping over. You want to make sure that you catch that in your basting or in your seam here. So I'm going to go ahead and sew a scant 1/4 inch along the vertical toe and then back up. I'm going to back stitch just to really secure this in place. So now that I have my stocking seamed together on around the foot and up the 2 vertical sides, I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors and every 1/4 inch clip these rounded edges, just so that way when I flip this wrong side or right side out, those corners or those rounded parts will actually push out and turn out really well and still have that rounded look to them. If I left it, it might be really difficult for me to push that seam out. So that's why just take a little bit extra time, but every 1/4 inch or so, just do a little clip right up to the seam, the stitches. Don't cut into the stitches because then you'll have seams that are broken and no one wants that, right? From here, I'm going to flip this right side out, and I'm going to use my bamboo point turner just to get the seam really pushed out, and then I'm going to give it a good press. If you've noticed, I have trimmed down my cuff to what is called out in the pattern. And I'm going to go ahead, I might as well let you know, while I turn that out, I'm also gonna make a seam just along, and you can tell it's just batting on the back. I'm gonna grab, oh, there they are. I'm gonna do just a 1/4 inch seam along the short side after I fold this together. All right, now that I've gone ahead and turned this right side out, I've also pressed those seams. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a, once again, this is a French seam. So in order to capture that seam and make it look finished on the inside, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a 1/2 inch seam allowance along the perimeter on the outside. I'm gonna use the same thread that I used for the quilting, so it'll blend right in. And then I'll go ahead and we'll assemble the stocking. So during that little break, I went ahead and stitched, like I said, a 1/4 inch seam, as well as pressed my cuff seam open. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and fold this in half. I'm gonna hit this with the iron as well to just give a nice crisp edge to the cuff. And then we'll meet you back here to do the assembly. All right, now I've got my 1/2 inch seam allowance stitched along the entire perimeter of the stocking, as well as have folded and pressed my cuff in half. So now I've got this nice cuff, the seams are pressed open, and then I've got the 2 seams together. If you want, you can go ahead and base this. I might actually do that. I'm just gonna base 1/8 inch around this cuff just to make sure it stays in place when we start assembling. Now we're gonna go ahead and start assembling. I'm gonna go ahead, first things first, I'm gonna fold my loop in half. And then I'm gonna go ahead and layer it on, so I'm just gonna take a peek here. I'm gonna layer it on the back side. So if you want your stockings to hang this way, put it on the back side of your stocking, and then that way it'll naturally lay flat on your mantle or wherever you plan on hanging it. If you want to go this way, just make sure it goes opposite of where you're gonna have it. So for me, clearly we have all of our stockings hanging this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and just insert this. So I have the raw edges in my hand. So raw edges in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop that in and have my raw edges matching with the panel of the quilting of the stocking, and then clip that in place. And then I'm gonna go ahead, that seam we had on our cuff, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that that matches up with, I like to do it on the heel of the stocking. And then put the cuff on the inside, and then have your 2 seams match right on the inside there. And then just make sure your raw edges of your cuff and your stocking line up. All right, from here, now I have my cuff inside. It's folded, the folded edge is at the very bottom. I have my loop back here, as well as everything is clipped so that the raw edges are all matching. I'm gonna go ahead, you just have to take your time when sewing this, and I'll probably fold, trying to think what's gonna be best. Yeah, I'll probably fold you'll just wanna fold your seams of your stocking to one side, so that way it's not gonna be noticeable, because when you flip your cuff outside, it'll cover that the seams are twisted at all. So from here, I'm gonna just do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. You might wanna use your walking foot just to make sure it has an even feed throughout, because this is pretty thick. I'm just gonna go ahead, and I've got some adjustments made on my regular foot that'll allow for me to float my foot a little bit and not have so much pressure on the top fabric, so it'll feed through pretty evenly. From here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my cuff and flip it out, and you can see my little tab flipped out too perfectly. Make sure that that seam is laying flat on the interior. And there you have it. You got a cute little whole cloth quilted stocking ready to be used for the holidays. In the next video, I'm going to show you my top 5 favorite holiday sewing projects.